What is happening, everyone? Welcome to Dr. Prepper. I've constructed a list for you guys of items that I have tested and that I find not only useful for everyday and day-to-day type tasks, but that would also double as great gear or great items to have in your preparedness repertoire and items that you are familiar with and use, and they would be great in various survival type situations as well. I will link everything down in the description. Anything that has a coupon code, I will link. Anything that I have a coupon code with, I will have the coupon code down there with the items and the links to them. So if you find anything interesting, you can click on the description and see what you come up with. So here we have the Victorinox Swiss Army pocket knife. This is the Pioneer, the ALOX edition, 91 millimeter. Love this ALOX finish. We have an issuing stitches, lanyard, and lanyard bead. He is from Pennsylvania. He's an awesome dude, American dude. Runs an Etsy shop, a store on Etsy, and he makes hanks, throw trays, different lanyards and stuff. Great products, great pricing. He's having sales right now. I also have a coupon code for Issuing Stitches Etsy store. So if you head over there, I will link it down below as well. Now, the Pioneer is not packed with tools, but it has some very useful tools. So we have your bottle opener, can opener combo here. We have a mini flathead or slotted screwdriver here, and then a little bit wider of a slotted / flathead screwdriver, and that could also double as a mini pry tool, a lighter weight pry tool. And then we move on to the center, which is going to be the main attraction here, is this drop point blade. It is non-locking. It's under spring tension though. I wouldn't go too heavy or crazy with something like this, but it is a very useful tool and very easy to sharpen up in the field. Going to do most things that you would need to do in a day-to-day type situation. Then you have your punch back here. Kind of hard to duplicate something like this in the field that will be as dependable. Although this is an oddball tool, you do have this nice, very pokey end with this sharpened end. So it'll do a variety of oddball things very well. It would be handy. They kind of fit it in there, not taking up any real extra space. So better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. That is the Victorinox Swiss Army Pioneer pocket knife in ALOX. 91 millimeter comes in at $44, but they are running a 10% off right now. So if something like this interests you, you can head over and pick one up. So we have a couple of twofers, just different options and price points. Here we have the Outdoor Edge. This is the slide winder. So these are both going to be utility knives. This is from a company called Big Idea Design. It is the TPT slide. So this one is made up of plastic and different metals, not titanium, not primo type material. Now, whereas this one is coming in titanium, as you can see there, they have it marked right on the front. They are both locking. They both have pocket clips. Now, there's going to be a big price gap between the two. These come in right around $10, and these can range anywhere from 70 to past 100. So there's going to be quite a difference in price, but this one, you know, under the same use and so on, the Big Idea Design is going to probably last a lot longer. This one is under spring tension and relies on that spring to kind of lock up and move up and down that track. It is disengaged by this button. It is a very useful tool, especially at $10. Kind of hard to sniff at that. You do have a mini flathead combo here. This is kind of like a 2D Phillips head there. You do get a pocket clip as mentioned, and it's, you know, something you can actually put in your hand. They kind of did this pretty well here. So you can lock in and have a decent grip, and you're not riding on that tab for accidental disengagement. And this can be used as a bottle opener here. The same can be said for this one. This one locks into place at the fully open, which is right here. And then it also locks in the first position, which gives you just a little bit of edge. This is going to be quite a bit stronger all the way around. You do have a mini flathead, mini pry bar combo here, and it does come with the lanyard hole, pocket clip, which is also titanium. Going to be quite a bit more expensive. You're paying for the name and the materials and the ability at which this can be carried in a ton of variety. So that all comes into play with the cost there and the disparity. Going to be two very useful tools in two very different price points. So this next set of items is going to be kind of niche to some people. If you don't do home projects yourself and you're not hands-on with things, these might not apply to you, but I feel like if you're watching these videos, you are somewhat hands-on and do things around the house and that sort of stuff, maintaining equipment and various tools. So these are Nipex, Nipex, however the hell you want to say it, pliers. We have the Cobra pliers here, which have the teeth. We have the smooth version here with no teeth, which means the version with no teeth, that's going to be more for not marring up finishes. You know, you want to be gentle but still have a good grip on the item. The one with the teeth is going to be, I need to grab a hold of it. If it really doesn't matter if I mar the surface up or scratch it, I really just need to get a hold of the item and loosen it, tighten it, grab it, whatever it is. These are going to do a lot better at something like that. They are housed in this Lancelot clip slip with a pen holder here. I will link Lancelot Leather down below. He is an awesome leather maker, and he does stuff for multi-tools, different oddball items, fidget gear, fixed blades, wrenches. He does great work there. I'll link him down below as well. Great dude, making great products. So as you can see, this set of specific Nipex pliers and this size fit in this slip very well. And you have a writing utensil there. Clip it in your pocket, clip it on your belt, or you can just carry them in your pocket. For me, these are not really EDC items for me. I have carried them, but because I'm a carpenter, I have tools in my truck out the wazoo. I got tools all over my house. But what these do come in very handy for is things here in my makeshift studio, maintaining certain equipment, whether it's for maintaining knives, multi-tools, flashlights, a variety of different gear, maintaining that gear, and also doing a variety of things around here. Like I said, it's going to be a specific type of purpose for these, but I'm kind of a gearhead, a tool head. You know, being a carpenter, being in the survival and preparedness world, along with the knife community and that world, I am pretty much a gear and tool head. So, you know, these are definitely a nice, useful little set right here. They come in a variety of sizes. I will have them linked down below. Good quality tools is hard to beat. So I'm going to give you a 3-for-1 on this one. We have a couple of Oite keychain lights, and I don't really have any, I bought these with my own money. I don't really have any affiliation with Oite, especially not on this channel. I just like their products. Do I like other flashlights and companies better? Yes, I do, but I give Oite props. They make good stuff, and they continue to innovate, and I really appreciate that. So we have 3 different flashlights here. We have regular USB charging, which is going to be probably your lowest lumen output of the bunch. Now this is the IR2 EOS. This was their first version. Then this one came, the USB-C version right there, and a lanyard attachment there. Just screws back in, has rubber O-rings so it stays air and water tight in there. Then you have two different modes, low and high. So nice little flashlight for on your keychains. Now the one I prefer, and I have several of these, is the i3 EOS. This one is powered by a single AAA, and you can find AAA batteries literally anywhere in the United States. In remote controls and all kinds of different items use AAA. So you can always find a AAA. You can't always find power to charge these. So I really like the AAA. Typically, rechargeable items I use around the house and keep at the house. Items that are powered by external batteries, those are the items I take outside the house. And this is the one that I would go with, the i3 EOS. AAA, they have a ton of different versions of them. This is like a winter version. So these are great to throw on keys or have in the vehicle. Throw in a little pack, you know. Having light is your number one self-defense tool, and you just can't do a whole lot with very limited light. So at least having something that can light up what you're doing is a great idea to have items like that. This next item is kind of another niche item. This is from a company called Tech Accessories. We have another Issuing Stitches lanyard here. Now this is just a cool gadget, okay? This isn't, you know, a set of pliers, a multi-tool, a flashlight, but you have a nice, strong magnet here. This is called the Retrieve tool from Tech Accessories. They have a bunch of different versions, and the reason this is the Retrieve tool is not only does it house this very powerful magnet here, but it also is a grappling device. So it houses these 3 pins. Like I said, I'm a gearhead through and through. So I love stuff like this. You know, it's fun to have, and you can put these both ways, I believe. No, it's just this way, I think. I've tried it the other way. And then the reason I keep this lanyard tie on here is because I can unhook this, tie this on to my keychain here, and if I need to lower it down into a tight space to retrieve my keys or something, I can do that. And if I just want to be crazy and fling this around like a grappling hook and lose it, I can do that as well. But just a cool little tool. I keep one in my truck, and then I have one in a pack. And I have 3 of them. So I have one here at my table too, this one. It's nice to test things if they are metal, titanium. So this is titanium. This is titanium, but this is steel. So it's just nice to be able to verify certain things. Of course, not everything is magnetized that is titanium. There's aluminum as well. So, but anyway, this is just a cool little gadget. They come in between 25 and 30 bucks. Just a unique little tool right there to have. So this next item, this is the Hodo, and they call it the Precision Driver. They have a bunch of different sets that you can get. This is their most minimal package right here. So you have a nice machined aluminum profile here. That is where your bit is housed for use. And then you have this spinning part back here in case you need some extra torque on what you're doing. But that is also where you have a variety of bits stored in these little pressure sleeves. So you have Phillips heads, you have different size Torx bits, a wide variety of both, and then you have square head, you have a couple oddball different heads, flat heads. So pretty unique little tool here that has a lot of capabilities. If you have this in a pack or pouch or a backpack, you're able to fit all of that in this little tool and have a ton of capability. So nice little gadget. I use mine here at the table for the most part, and have other items just like it in my vehicle and packs to maintain various equipment, knives, pocket clips, flashlights, multi-tools, that whole gambit of things. Plus a variety of other things this would be very useful for, just maintenance on your gear, equipment, and around the house items. These are also on sale right now. I think they come in at $30 and they got a 10% off coupon code. I'll link it down below in case that is changed or incorrect, but I believe that is the case for these, and I believe they're well worth it. So that kind of fell in the vein of maintenance. Here we have a crossover tool, kind of like the pliers and flashlights and Victorinox, kind of crossover tools. They're multifunctional for a variety of different cases and situations. So here we have, just like the Big Idea Design TPT slide and the Outdoor Edge slide winder, we have two different price points and the same tool. So here we have the Oite O-Pry. This is their version 1, all titanium. You have two bits that have two heads, so 4 total. Originally, I changed this out for a 6, 8, and 10. That way I can do maintenance on 95% of my knives with just this tool. Plus, you have the tie pocket clip, you have the pry option, you have different sized nuts that you can undo or tighten here. Not very it's a useful tool, but not something you're going to use all the time. You have this bottle opener here that works very well, and then you have a little roller on the end there going up to 8 centimeters, which a lot of you guys can relate to, or 3 inches, which a lot of you guys can relate to. Now moving on to the more premium version. This is Oite. This is a company called Vero Engineering. This is called the Fulcrum. Basically the same exact thing. Tie pocket clip, titanium body, nice little pry end, but this is a more sleek, simple option, but it costs about double the price. 40 to 50 and 80 and on up way past 100 depending on what material you get. Zircon, Damascus, titanium, all kinds of different finishes. Vero is a fantastic company making great products. Comes with a variety of bits in here. I have a 6 and an 8. Eventually I want to get 2 doubles like this and do a 6, 8, 10, and whatever, 12 eventually, but 6 and 8 covers a ton of different knives and pocket clips, and then that is where your bits can go. Micro bits, these are great little tools and items you can keep with you for every day, or items you can use around the house even, and items that you can maintain your gear with. That is a huge ordeal, maintaining your equipment so it runs and performs at its highest level that it possibly can, or that the user can give it. These pry bars are not for everyone, but there are people out there who love these things, who use them all the time. I like them. Is it the most ideal, useful thing in the whole world? No, but it has a lot of capability, and it's not a bad thing to have a couple of and have them around. Next up, we got one of my favorite items of 2023. This is the Wuben X3 flashlight. It comes with a lanyard, wrist lanyard that also doubles as the charging cable for this item, or you can use any USB-C charger that you have. Takes USB-C, and this is a magnetic base for this, so when you are stowing this for the night, you sit it on this, plug it in, and it will charge and tell you on your screen there when it is charged. That is an OLED screen there using a Samsung LED white light. It also has glow-in-the-dark capabilities, has a blue light internally that you can just shut off, turn back on. This thing has SOS mode and a variety of other functions. It has a red light as well. Also, the head spins 180 degrees, so you can basically just stand this up and face it at what you're doing. You can clip it on your shirt or your pocket and kind of face it forward, see what you're going, where you're going, what you're doing. And if you need it in hand or you want to put it on a hat, you can flip the head around and face it like a standard flashlight. It can fit in the palm of my hand. It's nice and lightweight, and it works very, very well. I've been testing this out, and it is a fantastic little light from Wuben. Lots of features, and they work very well. I'm very impressed with this thing. It also goes up to 700 lumens, so that's a lot of power in this little thing. Lots of capability. These are on sale right now as we speak, and I think worth every penny. I don't know if we can you see the glow in the dark feature there? Pretty cool little light, guys. There's a bunch of different versions of this and different models. Love this thing. You can find out directly about this thing in a wide variety of videos, and I have one coming on it as well on both channels, Dr. Prepper here and G-Ball Vision at my Knife and EDC channel. Next up is going to be an item we're going to open together. I try to buy a couple of these a year. I have since solely switched to Anker as a company for these. I've tried the Miati and a wide variety of other brands, and although I have two that I got that have the solar panel on the front, and they work good. They haven't broken like the rest of them. They are still working good, but nothing replaces good quality. And if you catch them at the right time, Anker will have these for 10 bucks. I've gotten two of them this year for 10 bucks, and I've also gotten one for 15, which is this one here. They originally run $20 to $30, and they are very well made. They're not going to die out on you after 10 charges of it. You can use these every day, charge them at night, use them all day, and they're just going to keep working, keep running. Getting the 2 for 15 or 2 for 20 deal on the other options, I just wouldn't do it. I would just wait for these to come on sale for 10, 12 bucks and grab 3 of them, right off the rip, and then you have a ton of power. 10,000 milliamp battery, and it's a legitimate 10,000. So you can get a full charge easily on your phone with this guy. I think typically I can run my phone constantly watching videos and stuff, and this will hold it charged for hours and hours from dead. It'll charge it up and keep it charged up for hours and hours and hours. So it has a lot of battery life and a lot of power in this little guy. And then they also offer bigger ones as well. And Anker has a ton of different options when it comes to various electronics and cords and cables and units like this, wall chargers, that sort of thing. I also only pretty much buy Anker charging cables because they are very well made and they back them. So I've had an issue before, and they took care of it right away with a new upgraded version. So Anker's a good company, and I really stand beside them. They do great work. Next up is going to be a little writing device. So here we have a couple of Big Idea design pens, and we have a Bastion aluminum pen. Now, I have 2 of these because I absolutely love them. They are a little bit more expensive, but you're getting titanium housing, and this is able to adjust to a wide variety of refills. Pretty much a ton of refills, guys. You're going to find refills that will fit in this thing. It goes all the way from this size all the way up. I think they say over 100 refills, different refills. So this has a lot of capability, and it can go all the way to this small in a pouch, in a pocket, whatever. And it's going to hold up very well, and it's just big enough that it can fit in your hand and it won't cramp it you know, right away. I won't want to write pages and pages with this, but to write a note or, you know, a page or two of something, list, info, whatever it might be, this is going to be perfectly fine, especially if you get a little longer of a refill. I keep them small because they go in my pocket a lot or in given pouches because I really like them. They're very durable and they hold up. I really like these Big Idea design tie pens. And then the Bastion is a more affordable option, but it's quite a bit bigger, made out of aluminum. They have titanium ones and other varieties. They're bolt action, so they're fun to mess with. These take standard G2 refills, I believe. They have a nice pocket clip. Very good size to write with. This is my desk pen, and I really like it. I've been using it a lot, and they are around 30 bucks for the aluminum, and they go up from there depending on the material. And we have a nice multi-tool here, USA made, Leatherman free P2. And guys, there are a ton of options out there, from Amazon made to Gerber to SOG to Leatherman to the Victorinox that we showed earlier. Tons of options. It depends on what you need. Do you need just a simple multi-tool with a few functions? Do you need something with a ton of capability? And this is leaning more towards, I need a ton of capability in a relatively small package. So we have pliers, needle nose pliers. We have snippers up here that are replaceable. Nice pocket clip, metal housing, and we can close it up here. And we have all kinds of function. We have a serrated blade here, half serrated, half straight edge, and it is locking. You use these tabs to unlock this bad boy here. We have your array of different Phillips head, flathead bits there. And then on the flip side, we have a nice pair of scissors. We have a file and small slotted head. We have a wider slotted head and a roller, along with a acting mini pry. We also have a mini micro slotted there, and we have a can opener, and I think that might double as a bottle opener as well, maybe, but definitely a can opener, and they all lock using these tabs. Very nice. The Leatherman free series, I like the P2 because it's not quite as bulky, and you can open it one-handed as well. Hard to demonstrate on camera, but you can open it one-handed. Unlike certain Leathermans are very hard, you need two hands. So having that one open-handed capability is nice, or it's very easy to open two-handed. So you can kind of flip it out with one hand, maybe, yeah, and then close it up. Or you can just use two hands. You can put this in a pouch, or you can just clip it on your belt there or your pocket. A lot of capabilities in this little guy. Let me know what some of your favorite items are to carry. Let me know what some of your favorite items are for around the house. I love hearing from you guys down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It really helps the videos out. Leave a comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here. I will catch you guys on the next one.